Hey everybody, here we are at CPAC with Congressman Ronny Jackson. Congressman, thank you so much for being on.
Hey,
I really
thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
You know, everybody knows all about you. Everybody's watched all the great things you do, and I want to thank you for fighting for freedom. But I believe in our country, in America, there's a lot of freedoms under attack. What freedom do you think is most under attack in our country?
Well, I think that first and foremost, our children. I think that one of the scariest things for me is the way that our government, our DOJ, our FBI, the teachers' unions have all collaborated to brainwash an entire generation of our kids. And I think that that has a long-term effect that you really can't calculate. It's going to be huge. And so I think that that's one of the biggest things we have, our freedom to educate our kids, our freedom to decide what our kids should and shouldn't learn, and to insist that our kids be taught how to learn and not be forced to accept certain things as fact that aren't fact, And I think that's the problem that we have right now. I think that's one of it. I think just in general, the fact that the IRS is, going to come after Americans, hardworking Americans in the middle class and lower class, and they're going to do it based on their conservative leanings or, their political beliefs.
Exactly.
I think that when you get to a situation where your government can weaponize different components of government to come after their political adversaries, we're in a very bad position. And
in our country, you brought up a lot of great issues. I appreciate that. And you shine the light on how divided we are in America,
right.
Actually. What do you think is the one thing that we can do to unite more to fight for our country?
Well, I think that it'll start happening by itself, because I think that a lot of people out there that have been pushing the left social agenda for a while now, it's starting to come back on them. People, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, a lot of people are suffering right now with the economy. A lot of people are seeing the toxic effects of this CRT that's being taught in our kids' primary education and in our university systems. They're seeing the bad side of that. And so I think as time goes on, a lot of these horrible policies that the far left and the progressives in this country have tried to force down our throat for the last 2.5 years are going to start being obvious to everyone on both sides of the aisle. And I hope that it's going to cause the pendulum to swing back.
Congressman, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you. Thank you for fighting for freedom.